Hello, we're back for the One Rebel reviews. My name is Juliette. I'm a ride instructor and I'm here with Sid, who's a Rebel member. We're here to review a whole bunch of energy drinks that we've been asked to taste. So we're going to kick things off with Red Bull. We've got a huge amount to discuss, so yeah, let's get started.
Well, the first one we have is the one I actually don't really like because it's the original Red Bull. It's the one with full sugar. I just don't see the point in having it anymore because we have the sugar-free version. I know the sugar-free version is also not like completely healthy, but the amount of calories in this, it'll take me like a 20-minute run to burn that off. So this is a no-go to begin with. The sugar-free one, this is the one I have pretty much on the daily before a session. It's your average typical energy drink, nothing too fancy about it, but does the job. So
I'll bounce back off of that. I'd never had Red Bull before, so the two originals, I'm like, the taste is fine. It's not my favorite, but it's okay. I actually will disagree with the sugar and the sugar-free. Maybe I'll have a sugar-free one once in a while, but the sugar content in that gave me an absolute buzz of my life. And I'm training for an Ironman at the minute, and this got me through a 6-hour ride. So it was insane, and I'd never had a Red Bull before, so I don't know if it's a first-time thing, and it's the first one I tried out. And the taste was similar, but maybe just a little bit less energy, which I think is important to remember. Actual real sugar might give you that boost that we kind of need sometimes. So important for some bigger trainings, I guess.
Yes, I guess it totally depends on what the aim of because what I'm doing is I'm just coming for a 45-minute reshape. I don't need it for 6 hours, so I guess for me the sugar-free one works. And so yeah, Red Bull does all these different flavors. We've got spiced pear, coconut and berry, watermelon, tropical fruits, apricot and strawberry, and Curuba-Elderflower. Sorry, I don't know how to pronounce the first word, but it's something elderflower. I have tried all of these. My favorite one out of these was I think the apricot and strawberry. And my least favorite, surprisingly, was actually watermelon. I actually thought I would like it, but it tasted a tiny bit artificial to me. I know it's not like there's real fruit in any of them, but the watermelon one was a little bit, it just didn't hit. How about you?
I'd say my very favorite was the Curuba and Elderflower one. Maybe again because it's normal sugar. I don't know if that's surprising. I don't know, surprising. But again, gave me a great energy, and also the elderflower I love. And it's a smaller can, so I feel like it's just easy to grab. And then I also really like all the summer ones. My least favorite was the coconut one and the pear one. I don't know, maybe because it's winter editions, I'm not sure, because my mind was a bit on that. It didn't taste as fresh and as good, but decent, and they all gave me a really amazing energy, and I'd never had Red Bull before. So the two original ones, I knew the taste, I'd smelt it, but it was a really good surprise to know that they were making flavors that I could also steer away from the Red Bull original one. Yeah, really good discovery, actually.
Would I buy it again? Yes. Obviously the taste plays into it, but the price also kind of plays into it. I would buy the big ones off and on, but not on the daily. For the regular one, I just stick to my small sugar-free, gets the job done. And
I would definitely buy it again. I never thought I'd go to Red Bull, but I have bought the small version of the Red Bull quite a lot since trying it, so I'm hooked. And definitely the elderflower ones. All right, so now we're moving on to NOCCOs. So you had 3 to try out. So I already knew NOCCO before, and I've had it quite a few times before a ride session, because we sell them all over the clubs. And I will say that out of those 3, I'd only tried the Ramonade, but we have Limón Del Sol, we have Ramonade, and then we had the Apple one. I will say that the taste for me tastes a little bit too sweet, and it does taste a bit artificial, and that's the only thing. The energy it gives me sort of surpasses the taste for me, and I'm like, oh my God, it's gonna give me so much energy, so that's great. I will say it was the lemon and the Ramonade did taste very, very sweet and very, very artificial, I guess. And then the apple one I had on a day off because I just wanted the taste, and I saw it had no caffeine in it. I was like, well, I'll just try it out, and it was very pleasant. So the taste of that, the apple one, really, I'd say 9 out of 10 for the taste. So yeah, my favorite taste was the apple, but energy-wise, definitely both of these.
Awesome. I have to say, I like all 3 of them. I don't know, maybe I'm chasing a cocktail or something. They actually tasted really nice, as if you're having a drink outside, summer. I actually like all three of the flavors on par. If I had to choose between the flavored versions of the Red Bull and NOCCO, if they are at the same price point, then I think I will sway towards the NOCCO. There's just something a little bit different about them, but they work really well, both in energy and flavor for me, but I think that's because I like sweet tasting drinks.
Yeah, I'd definitely get them again, just because of the energy they provide.
I did realize that on the NOCCO drinks, there is like BCAA plus written all over it. I'm assuming that would be a good selling point for someone who knew exactly what they're doing, but I'm not a trainer. So maybe you can tell us what they do.
Well, I don't really necessarily look at that, but I think it's a great way to just help improve that performance and also protect those muscles from any DOMs that you could have the next day. So it's a great way to just add that to your workout.
In that place also, NOCCO would win over Red Bull at this point, just the additional benefit really. If their price point is £2 roughly, I would buy them. They have great taste, great energy, BCAA plus, which I guess would be great. So yeah, I would buy them again for sure.
And I would as well, and I love that we sell them at One Red Bull because it's a great pre-ride energy drink.
Lastly, we have Tenzing. 3 flavors of Tenzing: lime and mint, pineapple and passion fruit, and raspberry and yuzu. I like them, not as much as the NOCCO or the Red Bull. That's mainly because they have a subtle taste to them. It's not as strong as the other brands, but I guess that is their selling point, and some people do like that. They do have caffeine in them, and they do have a little bit of calories, about 19 calories per 100 ml, if that matters to people. Would I buy it again? If there is a NOCCO over there, then maybe no. But yeah, maybe once in a while. What do you think about them?
So I am a big Tenzing girl. I love the Tenzing. I love the whole brand and the ethos behind the brand. It's a very environmentally friendly brand as well. I love the subtleness of them. I love that they're not that sweet and that you can just have them in the morning and they give me a different type of energy. And I think that's it's not like a boost, like a shot. I drink a lot of coffee, so I don't necessarily need that big bounce. They sustain my energy. It's like a slow burning one. If I have that as well before a ride, I don't take them if I'm really lethargic, let's say, and I don't need that hit, but I do take them to make it's a bit fun. The tastes are amazing. Again, when they don't taste as artificial and as sugary, for me it's just better because I don't feel like I'm drinking something that's not very good for me, which I don't really mind if I need that energy and I know that I need it for the workout. On the daily, I would really choose Tenzing. Also, the price range for their whole branding and the company, it's the same price pretty much like than Red Bull and NOCCO. So I think that's the fact that they brought that to the same standards is great for me.
We are on the opposite spectrum because I am more on the sugar-free and I'm more on the stronger flavored drinks. You're more on the sugar and the subtle tasting drinks. So I guess there's something for everyone.
Also, what I love about Tenzing is that they have the electrolytes, and at the end of a very sweaty workout, so you don't even have to have them before. You can have them after as a great like post-workout. Because they might not give you that massive energy, but at least they'll replenish you plenty. So great. So out of all the cans we've tried, we managed to grab the top 3. Do you want to go first?
Sure. My top 3, no particular order. I'll go with my regular because this is the OG. I've been with this for years and years. We cannot just betray it on the last second. So I'll definitely go with the Red Bull sugar-free. I really enjoyed the NOCCO Ramonade. It was great tasting, great energy, full marks. One thing which I forgot to say in the Tenzing, about the Tenzing before, and it actually does make it to my top 3, is the lime and mint is actually, when I said they're subtle tasting, but with lime and mint, it actually really works for me. You can taste the mint, it does not feel artificial. It's lime and mint, so you do want the subtle taste because if it was overpowering, then it'll be too much. Has the electrolytes, does the job, very good. Top 3.
I'll bounce off of that. I absolutely love this drink. Would have it every day if I had the money. But definitely incredible. And then second favorite is also a Tenzing, which is a pineapple and passion fruit, which is a really good drink. Again, all the same benefits and very, very good. And lastly, I've got the summer edition Red Bull, that is Curuba and Elderflower. That made me completely switch my mind off Red Bull. I will go and pick out a Red Bull now in the shops. The energy it gave me was unreal, and the taste was actually really, really nice. It was the least artificial flavour I think I could have out of all the Red Bulls, and really, really enjoyed it. Thank you so much for watching Red Bull Reviews. We really hope you enjoyed it. And yeah, and all the drinks we've tried you can find somewhere in the comment section or somewhere below. And yeah, we'll see you next time.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Bye.